Hello friends, welcome to Dnyanadeep Academy's UPSC Answer Writing Program. Today we are going to discuss a question from UPSC Mains 2023. The question is from environment, global warming and climate change. Now let's see the question. The adoption of electric vehicles is rapidly growing worldwide. How do electric vehicles contribute to reducing carbon emissions, and what are the key benefits they offer over traditional combustion engines? Okay, so let's try to understand what's the focus and the locus in this question. Now the focus here is how EVs contribute to reducing carbon emissions and what are the key benefits of EV over traditional combustion vehicles. Okay, two important focuses, and in the locus we'll have to write something about EVs and traditional combustion engines. Okay, now how should be the introduction for this question? I have on purpose given you the introduction here because most of the students, they come up with the query that writing in introduction and conclusion is a bit difficult. So the language that you have to use in the introduction and conclusion will develop over time. It is not going to come overnight. Okay. So how should your introduction be? It should be addressing the question. So here you can say that according to IE, International Energy Agency, EV markets are seeing exponential growth. We are supporting the question across the world, and the sales exceeded 10 million in 2022. The demand and usage has increased across the globe. Right? This is one start you can make. Or the other, which is related to India. India is among a handful of countries that support the global EV 30 at 30 campaign, which aims to at least have 30% of new vehicle sales to be electric by 2030. So this program, you can start writing this program, or also you can quote International Energy Agency to emphasize or to support the question which says that the global sales are rising. Okay. Now, in the body, the first focus is the role of electric vehicles in reducing carbon emissions. How do electric vehicles reduce carbon emissions? Okay, the first important point is they emit lower greenhouse gases. The first point is that emit lower greenhouse gases compared to fossil fuels because the traditional combustion engine vehicles are based or run on fossil fuels. The second is energy efficiency compared to the fossil fuel engines. These have greater efficiency, so obviously lesser emissions. Air quality improvement. If the emissions are reduced, automatically the air quality is going to get better. For example, you can give example of Delhi also. Every year now, even when we are speaking this, Delhi is having a severe air quality criteria or conditions now. Okay, so many times Supreme Court has also told to take off the diesel vehicles of the roads in Delhi. So air quality improvement is one. Then lower life cycle emissions over the life cycle. Over the life of a vehicle, the total emissions compared to the traditional vehicles will be quite less in electric vehicles. And renewable energy integration also. With the development of technology, the charging infrastructure also will come from renewable energy. So it will promote renewable energies also, and we can see integration happening between electric vehicles and renewable energies. Okay, so this is how they can help us combat climate change. Now, the other focus of the question is what are the benefits they offer over traditional combustion engine vehicles. Now, the first benefit that they offer is they can lower the import of crude oil. You can quote here that India is almost dependent on foreign imports for crude oil to the tune of 80 to 85%. So that will help us in reducing imports. Also, that can result into saving of forex reserves. That is one point which I have not mentioned here. Okay, forex reserves, savings. You can write this point as well. Then smooth and quiet operations. The level of noise pollution is quite low with electric vehicles. So this is one benefit over traditional combustion engines. Lower operating costs also. Again, the overall cost of maintaining and operating a traditional vehicle is much higher compared to electric vehicles. So we can save costs here. Lower carbon emissions, again, the tailpipe emissions are almost nil compared to the traditional vehicles which are run on fossil fuels. So these are the four benefits, which are five, including this, which the EVs have over traditional combustion engines. Now, Going to the conclusion. How can you conclude? Conclusion has to have a complete picture or a bird's eye view of this question. So I've given you two examples how you can conclude this answer. First is, as technology continues to advance and charging infrastructure improves, adoption EV is expected to accelerate, or it will increase, contributing to a more sustainable and cleaner transport future. Very important, sustainable and cleaner transport future. The second you can write is, EVs play an significant role in achieving the INDCs. What are INDCs? Intended National Determined Contributions under the Paris Climate Deal, and target of net zero emissions. Net zero emissions are also very crucial. Again, for India, it is 2070. Different countries or top emitters have different targets of net zero emissions. For India, it is 2070. Then initiatives like FEAM, Scheme of Government of India, e-Amrit Portal, or National Electric Mobility Mission of 2020 will pave the way for India's faster transition to EVs. So this is futuristic way of presenting your conclusion. Okay, so this is all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.